Late here.
Walden time.
Yeah, here come the psychics. I knew they were going to run late. I felt it for the last 5 minutes since I called them.
I got here before the psychics.
Yep, I got here before all of you, and my flight came in an hour and a half late last night.
I was expecting a text.
And I knew everybody was asleep except this one over here. I texted her,
no.
well, I finally landed. And she said, oh, my God. I said, yeah. Are you still going to do the show? I said, damn right.
Like, you're going to be tired.
Yep, I doubled up on the coffee.
There you go. So, yeah, Joyce got stuck behind the train in Plainfield. Half hour she sat there.
Wow.
That sucks. It sucks that they can do that.
Yeah.
I've heard it all. Stuck behind the train. Yeah. Traffic is a bitch.
No, I called
that last half mile from Elm Street down here is just awful.
We usually meet at 8:30, and I called her and said, "Oh, I'm on my way to the shop now," so I was running a few minutes late.
I was at the train already,
and she was already at the train.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And I have to say, I'm glad I made it in one piece.
Mm-hmm. Back from your trip.
Back from my trip, and I'd have to say that yesterday was. I'm glad. Well, I'm sad I not going out to Seattle anymore, but for the normal circumstances anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to miss
the travel.
And driving into Seattle to get to SeaTac.
Ugh.
Oh my word! It's a 22-mile ride, and it took me 50-some minutes.
I don't think I've ever flown through there that I can recall, but I've heard horror stories of that place.
It's a huge airport,
but
it's just the travel of everybody going into work in the morning.
Yep.
And
you flew through Chicago, right?
Yeah, going out wasn't bad. And actually leaving Seattle to go to the hotel because of the time I got there, it was about 6 o'clock at night, so most of the rush hour traffic was almost gone, so it wasn't bad. However, yesterday was just, and then we had a maintenance issue
on the
in
plane?
Seattle that they took care of. That delayed us an hour, and there were people on there who said, well, I only got like 45-minute layover in Chicago, yada, yada, yada. Well, we're going to make up a half an hour. It'll only take us 3 hours to get to Chicago. And I'm like, it's never taken only 3 hours to get to Chicago from Seattle.
Huh.
And I'm like, but they got there. They did it in 3.5. But and then I got there, and as soon as I get off the plane and I take my phone out of airplane mode, all of a sudden I get messages, your flight's delayed. My connection to Providence. And I'm like, oh, well. I'm here.
You made it.
I made it.
A little sleepy, but
I'm a little tired, but I'm not going to miss a meeting or a show with a room full of ladies. There's always, and Kathy knows this, she works in this field. There's drugs out there that can keep a man up all day.
That's right.
And all night.
I worked on one of them years ago.
Oh, boy. So anyway. Here we are, Psychic Thursday. I don't see anybody yet. I don't know if this chat thing, it wasn't working the last time.
Hold on, I'll look.
I'll have my chat monitor, Kathy Wasilick.
Check it out. Make
sure
we're on.
Don't know if Mike's coming back tomorrow. I'm hoping he has better luck traveling than I did yesterday.
Yeah, we're on.
But we're on.
We are on.
And any messages yet?
I'm only on Mike's page, but I don't see any yet.
Okay.
So good morning. We're back after a little hiatus, right?
We were hiatus.
Gone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You guys were trying to do something Tuesday, Wednesday, but Tuesday she was stuck in the voting for the town budget.
How did that go?
It was fun.
All day.
It was great.
That sounds like it sucks.
It does. It's a long day. I was supposed to be, of course, knowing me, I was supposed to be there at 5:15 a.m. Do you think I got there at 5:15 a.m.? No.
Probably more like 6:03 a.m.
Cindy's calling me. She's like, you coming? And I'm like, yeah, I'm coming.
Whatever. Zip it. That's what I get all the time.
I got there about 5:30 a.m. and left, I don't know, 9:15 maybe, 9:30, something like that. I don't know. So it was a long day.
So I got texted by the wife I think it was like probably your time, 20 after 8 with the results.
In the morning?
Like
at night. Yeah. Yep.
So
I didn't even know the results. I was too busy doing all my like final counts and all my final like all my
let me
stuff.
look in my handy dandy phone here.
And like I finally had, once I got done with that, people were already starting to walk out. They had already gotten, and I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? Can somebody tell me what happened? Like I don't even know what the results were.
Let's see.
But both budgets passed here in Griswold. The Board of Ed budget passed and the town budget passed.
So we're going to talk a little about this, ladies, while you guys get ready. So
that's fine. I'm just wishing my
because she sent me the numbers.
Yeah, I posted them also. I'd have to go back and look what they are, but it was. Let's put it this way: there were, I can't remember the exact number. It was either 8237, the number of people that could vote, or 8327, somewhere around there. It was like 8,000 plus people that could have voted.
Yeah, 8,000 registered. You have to be registered to vote for the town budget.
Yeah, because you have to be in our list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm on a lot of people's list, just to let you know.
So yeah, there's like 8,200, 8,300 people that could vote on that could have voted on Tuesday, and we had 474 people show up, and we had 6 absentee ballots.
I was one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So was Mike.
They should be a little bit.
So we had when I looked at the numbers. So the Board of Finance, or the BOE, the school budget, I'll say, was 286 yes, 185 no.
Yep.
And for the town budget, it was 338 yes, 132 no.
Yep.
And so I'm quick counting ahead. It was like 400, like about what you said, 470, 480 votes out of 8,700 people.
Yep.
Which puts us right about the same number as Kevin said last week, about 5%.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think I wrote down what we thought. Hold on. Now that I'm thinking about it, we had all put in numbers as to the percentage of voters that we thought were going to come out to vote.
Yep.
Paul said he thought 15% would come out. Mike said 6%. Canova said 4.5%.
He was close.
So he was the closest. You said 11%. Court Kinney said 10%, and I said 8%. So Canova
we all had high hopes.
And he was also the closest in the beginning before all the voters started showing up. The polls opened. We were like, all right, who thinks how many people are coming? So Kelsey wrote it all down, and Canova won that one too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was closest without going over. We did the prices right, trying to figure out who is.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to work on Canova to be a little more positive, you know.
Bitch and complain about
of course they are.
But
yeah.
they won't go out there and vote and do anything about
so,
it.
you know, I know people work and all like that, and I work too, and I never missed a budget vote.
Yeah.
No, you can do an absentee ballot.
I showed up at night. I showed up early in the morning, depending on what my hours were.
Even if you work, you get a lunch break. I mean, if you work, reasonably close. Yeah.
So, like my husband, he used to work on Tuesdays, which is normally a voting day. He would work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it would be really hard for him to vote because he leaves at 6 a.m. and he doesn't get home till 8 because he doesn't work super close. So he would be standing out here like at 6 a.m. to get in here, vote quick, and get on the road to get to work.
Yeah,
but
the employers are supposed to give you some time to go vote.
Yeah.
But for him, he has to ride
different.
all the way up, and he'd have to. So the best thing to do is for him, like he did.
Yeah, that's
first thing in the morning.
He would get here first
get
thing.
Out there, say, "Boss, I'm gonna be late the next day."
Yeah,
for about half an hour because I want to get in and vote. And
he would usually make it, but it was. But I mean, there are ways around it. I mean, you can manage it, and even if you think, oh, I don't have my schedule yet, but I might not be able to vote that day. Just do an absentee ballot. You can do that.
Yep.
So there's no excuse.
It took all of maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah. And then, of course, you had afterwards, people, well, I didn't know what were we voting on? Somebody poked their head in and was like, what's the vote today? And we're like,
did they put a vote sign out front? Mm-hmm. Did they put them around the town?
I don't think so. I think that was part of the problem. Part of the feedback was that
nobody knew.
There were no signs like out in, like there were signs around here, but like out deeper into Griswold, there was
usually put them out by the town garage.
I don't know if there were any. From what people were saying, it didn't sound like there was one.
We've been
put up
saying it on the
there.
show, so we had at least 6 or 7 people hear that.
Yeah.
And that's just it too. So if the town does expect people to go out there and vote, they need to remind people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people like everyday lives are so busy.
Yep.
So, I don't even think Plainfield put that many voting signs out.
Yeah.
And they usually do too.
Yeah.
I
suggested
two.
Yeah.
Maybe?
I suggested, the
We
Nixle.
We did. We had voting.
where you can do the town. Well, the borough I know does it, but they'll send out messages on your phone. Like they'll call you or whatever, or send a text.
Today. Yeah.
And so I was like, well, maybe, and I think the town now has it. So I was thinking, well, maybe next time they could do that.
Even
something.
an email.
They did send emails out.
Oh, did they?
Yep, but you have to be signed up for it. You have to be signed up for the emails.
They should just
like you can go onto the website and like opt in for emails and things like that. So you will get them if you've opted. If you put your email address in.
Social media nut over here probably posted it everywhere.
Oh, I had posted it. I mean,
Yep.
the both political parties had posted it. RTC, DTC had posted it.
Yep.
People, they go like this.
Yeah, I know.
And if
scroll.
it's not something that they're interested in, they're not
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Vote for Taylor Swift. They'd all show up at the town hall.
Maybe that's what we'll
Maybe
start
she should
doing.
wear red instead of black. I don't know. What do you think about Travis Kelce and her?
You know what? I think that might be something I start to do now that I think about it.
That
Like,
will catch
like
people's
right,
eye.
like whatever's like big in pop culture at the time. Put like a big picture of them to grab their attention and be like, okay, now that you're looking at this, there's voting happening on such and such a day.
I'm just so over this nonsense. People
know.
have to, we're our own worst enemies. Americans getting wrapped around the axle over something like that, and not worried about what's going on in your own backyard.
Yep.
Unless it's an accident, people focus in on tragedy.
It's been it's been a rough
crazy.
week for accidents around here. You weren't
Really?
here, but there was a bad.
I saw
accident in
I
Lisbon.
got calls out there. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
I saw there was
So
a
you
motorcycle
saw-
accident.
yeah.
There was 4 calls on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Lou, I couldn't make any of them. There was a couple on Monday. Yesterday, I think it was quiet.
Yes. Don't say the Q
No.
word.
No. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I gotta go. No. So yeah, I know. I've been coached by all the fire. Don't say. I'm not going to see you the rest of the day, or hope it's quiet the rest of the day. Don't say that.
And they were like 20 minutes apart.
They were, and I think there was Sterling. Maybe there have been a lot of bike accidents lately.
Motorcycles.
It's
Well, let me tell you something.
It's been so bad.
Some of these guys that I see riding around, not all motorcyclists, and they give motorcyclists a bad name. The way they are screaming around here.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. But then you also have the people in the cars doing the same thing
Oh,
on
yeah.
their phones.
And they're not watching what's coming up behind them.
Remember that? We were going to Hanks from Plainfield, and we had 2 motorcycles pass us on the right, and not even we weren't even doing anything. They just screamed past us in the breakdown lane. And then, we get to Hanks and we're leaving Hanks, and they come back the other way, and they're doing the same thing, weaving in and out of traffic. It was an orange motorcycle and a black one.
Yeah. How about the guy screaming at you when you weren't even on the phone?
Oh, yeah.
Telling you to get off the phone that you
Yeah,
were
I wasn't even on. I'm like, hello.
Yeah, it was bad. And the one in Lisbon were local.
Yeah, so I'm
local people.
so Seattle has this 3rd lane, and I think some of the other states have it's a diamond lane, right? And if you have more than one passenger, or if you pay an extra fee and you get a pass or something, you can go down this lane. It's got less traffic.
Yep.
Or you just don't pay
84
anything and
has
go
that,
down there anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and hope you don't get caught by the cops.
We have that here up toward
84, right?
Hartford.
Yeah.
Yep, 8491. Yep, and 91 has it.
So the motorcyclists there have a special lane called the dotted line. You go in between the traffic and go down the dotted line in between the vehicles.
Yeah, you can split them.
and
Yep.
weave in between the traffic and all like that.
Yeah,
And you
that's
wonder
what this guy was
if
doing.
you're trying to rent space in the next graveyard, when you're doing that nonsense. But hey, it's a sad thing, but they're giving the good motorcycle riders a bad name when they're doing that nonsense. Putting their lives in their own hands.
It is. It's and when something like that happens, no matter who's at fault, everybody's affected forever. You know, everyone involved in something like that, despite the fault aspect of it, it's both sides, both whoever's at fault and not at fault, or
Yeah.
maybe they're both at fault, whatever. They have families, they have kids, they have,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's
And
a
it's just
tragic.
so sad.
And they think they're in a lot of motorcyclists, not all, like you said, not all, but there are some of the younger generation that think that they're superheroes on
Of course.
Invincible.
Yeah.
them.
Invincible.
And they're
I
doing
mean,
like 80,
I
90
know.
miles an hour, go down Route 12. We had the one that was driving by the shop. He was doing a wheelie, driving down
Yeah,
in the middle of the road.
I know.
And
I
there's
know.
cars coming both ways. And his
Yep.
Yeah.
popping a wheelie.
Yep. I try to think back to like when we were all kids, we did dumb stuff too. We thought.
Yeah, but not like that.
No, I mean, I personally, I never did a wheelie on a motorcycle, but there was other dumb stuff that we did. I mean, it's I don't know. It's not an excuse. or
Yeah.
anything, but you're young and you
Yeah.
have that sense that, well, that's not going to happen to me.
You're
That
invincible.
happens to
Yep.
somebody else. That's not going to happen to me. And unfortunately, sometimes they learn the hard way. And
Well,
I think the guy that was doing the wheelie down Railroad Ave, he had to be in his 30s or like 40. Like he wasn't like
midlife crisis.
it has to. The guys that passed us on Route 12 going to Hanks, they weren't very young.
Unbelievable.
you think you get to
know?
a certain point in life and you realize you're not going to live forever,
Mm-hmm.
and doing some of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, when you're in a motorcycle club like that, ride a motorcycle, there's some motorcycle clubs everywhere. You're almost like in a brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
But they're very
'Cause I see 'em.
respectful.
I see
Very
them wave
respectful.
hands all like that.
Mhm.
But some of these guys, it's like they must know what happens to some of these guys that drive like that,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
ride like that. But
Yeah. And then you have the folks out there that are adrenaline junkies. They like the rush of adrenaline. They like the the excitement
Go
of it
jump
and all
out
of
of an
that.
airplane then.
I know. Well, and then
I mean,
then you get to thinking, I mean, personally, I think it's cool to see bikes, doing wheelies and all that stuff, not on the highways or anything like
Exactly.
that.
This is
It would be
time and
cool,
place.
right? It'd be cool to have a place where
a dirt bike
people could
track
go-
or something like
yeah,
that.
right, exactly. Some place where you could go and show off all your cool skills and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, where you won't
And we
get
don't
run over by a
have
Mack
that.
truck or something like that. Yeah.
Right. And where
Yeah.
it's a little more controlled and, we don't have anything like that, unfortunately, So,
now Connecticut's not a helmet law state, correct?
correct. You do not have to wear a
Yeah,
helmet.
see that I don't
And I
agree
think
with.
that's stupid.
Yeah. You don't.
So if you talk to
that's-
motorcycle riders,
Mm,
it's almost like you're talking, about abortion
yeah.
with some women,
Mhm.
right? And wearing helmets. They don't want to wear helmets. They want to be told to wear helmets. I'm the same way about electric vehicles. Don't tell me that I got to drive an electric vehicle in 2035 in this state.
Well, and some people too, they compare it to like wearing a seatbelt. Like, why should I be forced? If I don't want to wear a seatbelt, I shouldn't have to wear, that kind of thing.
Yep.
I
But it's
personally
not
wear
that
one.
you gotta worry about. It's like, so I'm not gonna, drop my bike or whatever. But what about the person next to you that cuts in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
Just like riding a
life is
bicycle.
about choices, right?
That's true, yeah.
So if you choose not to wear a helmet and you get in an accident, the chances of you surviving a head injury is pretty much nil.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you get lucky.
I know a few people that have passed from motorcycle accidents with head injuries.
Yeah.
So
My son's friend last year
Yeah.
almost died.
And not
He
just
had-
motorcycles, bikes too.
Yeah.
He had a small helmet. It's a good thing he had the small one, just a regular.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, he ended up with all kinds of injuries.
Oh yeah.
His leg, they didn't think he was going to walk anymore and stuff.
Mm.
He's fine now.
How old is he?
Jesus.
He's
Where's
20,
that one?
no, 30 something.
Oh, when he's 50, he's going to feel it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, because that that stuff doesn't get better, and as you age, you can start getting arthritis
That's crazy.
issues and
He's
all
like
that stuff.
38.
That we're talking about it just comes on.
So we're talking about motorcycles. She just got a notification from the news that a motorcyclist has died after hitting a guardrail in Ledyard.
In Ledyard.
So sad. I just, oh
Yeah.
God,
So
it
that's
just
what,
like I get
six?
such
Oh,
This
I got a Canova comment, so
I
now
get
it's
such
working.
a pit in my stomach. Oh, he's a rider. He
Yeah,
has a
so
bike.
he said helmet should be the rider's decision, not the
Yeah.
politician's decision. So I understand the safety aspect, but I have to agree. I think there's just way too many laws out there. But the thing is, Rich, you can answer this question. So when you get insurance for your motorcycle, do they ask you, do you wear a helmet or not? Does that affect your rates? I'm sure it has to. Or do you get
I would
coverage?
assume.
Because that's part of the issue, right? Insurance companies are gonna,
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
I
Yeah.
agree it should be the rider's choice, but if you have if someone that is careless riding and they like you said, the adrenaline junkies,
Yep.
then maybe they should wear a helmet.
Yeah. But it should, yeah, but their argument is that it should be up to them.
Yeah.
So
But that was the whole.
I don't
what
think
was-
Cano is the one. No, Rich says no, they don't. They don't ask that question, which
Oh,
No.
interesting.
I think it's odd, especially in a state that doesn't require it. But
Yeah, there was, I don't know the history, but remember years ago there used to be Pappy's Run in
Yes.
Montville,
Yes.
and that was all about the bike
Yeah.
helmet law. And because he fought, because I think I could be wrong, but I think there at one point was a law that you had to wear a helmet, and I believe he helped fight that and change it to not, that it was optional or it wasn't required. And I believe he ended up dying in a bike accident, if I'm not mistaken. And they used to do Pappy's Run in honor of him, and they would end at his grave in Montville.
Yep.
I believe is the history from what I remember as a kid. And I just remember Pappy's Run was the huge.
It was huge.
I mean,
I used to watch it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
would. I
Yeah.
remember as a kid, our parents would be like, "Oh, it's Pappy's Run. We got to go," and it was almost like a parade.
Yeah.
We would go, and everyone would be lined up on the sides of the road
Yeah.
in Montville, and and we'd go run. But I believe that all stemmed from the helmet law, or had something to do with the helmet law.
All right.
But
So anyway, life is all about choices, and Robbie Justice says it's a rider's decision. And thank you, Pappy.
Yep.
Rich Canover said a helmet wasn't going to save the lives of the two people in Lisbon or the one in Ledyard that Kathy just mentioned.
Yeah. That's too bad.
And Robbie Justice says it did. So, ladies, did you bring any R-rated cards with you?
Not R-rated this
I
time.
No. Okay. Damn it.
I know you were looking
No.
forward to it.
Geez,
No, G-rated cards.
I guess
today.
that blue pill has gone to waste. So anyway, if anybody out there wants a card out there, I'll just say so. Right now, we just had a discussion on motorcycles and helmets and all that
Tragedy
wonderful.
in
Talked about the
general.
vote that the budget's passed, both the school and the town budget. So that's good, whether you feel good about it or not. But I'm sure we'll have more discussion on that in tomorrow's show. But today, it's all about getting your fortune read as part of a, how does Mike put it? This is a
For entertainment
for
purposes
entertainment
only.
purposes only. I'm going to need some help today because I'm I'm just finishing up my first coffee. Got the second one in standby
So
here.
what time did
So
you land?
it was, I'm going to say 12:30. Of course, by the time you got the bag, got off the plane, and of course, everybody's lining up to get the shuttle. I got the second shuttle, got to the car. Time I got home, that's about a 40-minute ride. It was about 1:45.
Oh,
Time I got home. It was after 2 by the time I laid down in bed.
Now you know what I feel like almost every day, because that's normal.
I thought it was a
me.
blonde thing, but no, she's just tired.
well, it's because she does too much.
She does do a lot. I
She
will
does.
give her that.
You want to know what was rough
She needs
though?
to take a vacation.
Yeah. You want to know what was really rough though? Monday. So knowing I had to be up very early and be at the town hall by 5:15 on Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Monday night, of course, was one of those nights. I'm like,
You couldn't fall asleep.
I'm like, it's midnight. I'm like, I gotta fall asleep. I gotta try to get some sleep. Nope. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I never once fell asleep. So I had been up since Sunday and then was up all day on Tuesday, sitting there.
So you never fell asleep, but
Try-
you were late.
Yeah.
Because she was trying to fall asleep.
She finally fell asleep by 4:45.
No, I actually, what was interesting though, because I hadn't fallen asleep, I had no problem getting up. I was like, oh, might as well just get up and get going. And I just took my time. I just, whatever, let the dog out, and all that stuff.
Must be the
And,
thing.
All right.
Yeah, because if you're always in a rut thinking about tomorrow,
Mhm.
what you got to do,
Mhm.
then your mind's constantly going. So you never
Oh, my mind's always.
decharge yourself.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you need to decharge yourself and
Mhm.
also to get proper sleep.
Yeah, my mind. I
Yeah.
had no problem sleeping Tuesday night though. I got home, I popped that Xanax, and I was. I was out. I slept good Tuesday night.
And there was no snoring because her husband was working all
Right,
night.
he was
There
working,
you
so
go.
I had the bed all to myself.
And I heard he was
with my
working all
dog.
night last night. He said he was mandated
Yeah.
6 to 11.
Yeah.
So he had a 12 or 13-hour day.
He had it. Yeah, yesterday was
last night.
13 hours. He did. Yeah. It was supposed to be an 8-hour shift. He did 13.
Yes, Rich mandated Wasilek.
Yeah.
He gets mandated quite a bit.
Yep.
Hopefully
Yeah,
his
that
trainees get all
sucks.
trained up and start filling some of those slots.
Well, unfortunately, another one just put in their 2 weeks. So his partner put in his 2 weeks.
So
Probably because he got burned out. He was getting tired of it, probably.
How
How much longer has he got? A year and a half?
like a year and a half, maybe. I don't know. He's going to check with the state. They got to do the audit to find out like what his actual time is left. Like they have an idea, but I guess the state has to do an audit to tell him officially what he's got left.
Okay.
But he needs to get out of there.
All right. Let's see. Rich Kenora says Pappy was very instrumental, and then he said 5:20. What's 5:20? Is that when she
I think
actually
that-
showed up?
No, yeah. Was it? It might have been.
So while I'm gone, Rich keeps tabs on the time that she
Yeah,
shows up.
yeah.
We all pick on her.
I got there in
But she's
plenty of
fun to pick
time.
on.
The polls opened at 6. I got there like at 5:30, whatever. It was plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. She was just going to sit there for another 20 minutes anyway.
I mean, I was going to be there for 14, 15 hours. It was fine.
Yeah.
15 minutes late was all right.
And the wage that she was getting, it was like unbelievable.
I wish
Yeah.
you guys would have got more people out to vote, though.
Seriously.
It is.
I
It
know.
is. I don't
didn't
want to get
surprise
into
me.
it, but it is depressing.
Mhm.
And the same thing happened in Plainfield.
Oh, I know.
So
Yeah, it's
So-
I seen the counts and stuff and the votes that came in and how many people live in Plainfield and stuff. It's like
Mhm.
So-
yeah. And I mean, there are people that just don't care. They're just like, yeah, whatever. And okay, fair,
Yeah, some-
whatever. But then there are some that are just so they just like you said, they'll just scroll, and if it doesn't pop up, then they don't.
Yeah,
they're not going to go try to get information. They're not going to nothing. I mean, and there were several people that were coming in to register their dogs because it's dog registration
Yes.
month or
Yeah.
whatever. So they were coming in to register their dogs, and then they'd kind of poke their head in and, oh, what's going on today? What are we voting on?
That's-
and then there are the Karens that sit there and they
Why are my taxes going
So
up?
so I can't really hang this on the town hall. I don't know. We're putting it everywhere. We're putting it out there. Maybe they could have put some more signs out. That's about it. I don't know
Yeah,
if they put all the
that's-
signs out or not.
No,
I had heard that not all the signs were out.
people ignore it.
Well,
But-
and
They ignore it.
there were a
Do they
couple-
feel like they don't have any control over any of this stuff?
I think there are,
there's
are
definitely
a lot of them.
I think there's a lot of people that think, well, why would I go vote? My vote's not going to matter. I'm just one person, but it does matter. If you get 200 of those people that
Yeah.
think that way, that will make a big difference, But
I see the field passed by 18 votes.
yeah, it was very close. It was very
Yeah,
close.
I thought it
And
was going to be
know-
a slam bang,
yeah,
yes.
no, it was very close.
and it was close. I was stunned.
And then, Mike Minarski had posted, even though he's on vacation, he had posted somewhere that, he reminded people several years ago when Skullcheck was running, he won, I think, by 2 votes
Yes.
or 1 vote or something.
They had to do a recount.
I mean,
it was
it-
only a couple votes.
It,
yeah.
it can very much matter.
Yeah.
It can come down to
We had
one
people
person.
come out for the last election for the first selectman and all that, and Kathy, got the most votes out of anybody for the board of it. Just to let you know,
Which I
You
never,
know,
I didn't
I'm
even
gonna have to
know
put a
that.
double door over there so she can get out of here.
I
It's gonna
didn't-
get so big.
I didn't know. I
But
had no idea.
we had over 2,000 votes
Yeah,
for that. you
and
know.
that was good.
And for the town budget, we end up with, and really, the last 2 years we had a flat increase, right? Nothing.
yeah, no increases.
So this year we had a huge, I wouldn't say
It
huge,
wasn't huge at all.
but it was bigger than normal. And we had to start out at 1.1 mil, and it went up to 1.47 mil. So really, the only real increase that the town was seeing and the school was seeing was 0.37
Mhm.
mil.
Yeah.
But
But the turnout, like some of the people that were coming in that were like, oh, I didn't even know about it. I saw the sign driving by. I didn't know anything about it. And so I was like, well, how do you get your town news? How do you know what's going on in town? To try to get a feel for how else to get this information out. And, and most people were like, oh, social media. I didn't see it posted anywhere. I'm like, I don't know how that's possible, but okay. And then, and then there were a couple of people, one guy in particular, he's like, well, I didn't get a mailer. I didn't get a postcard in the mail that told me that we were having this.
So
I was like,
people are like that.
okay, yep. So I was like, all right, fair point, So, but then,
Yeah, we could have sent this
then,
out.
so
yeah,
then,
because
I
if you
guess,
don't have social
but-
media,
right. So
Could have
yeah,
sent
and the
that
school,
out. And we've been holding it up. We've been passing it on here on the show
and the schools
several times.
sent that home with the kids and all of that. So anyone who has kids should have seen that.
Yep.
And
And that's more than 200 or whatever it was, 471 people.
If they-
Didn't,
right.
take this and throw it away
Right.
instead of handing it to
Their
their
the
parents.
parents, yeah, exactly. And then so I had asked, I let the registrar know, hey, this is some feedback we got. How much would a bulk mailer be? And she was like,
Yep.
or maybe it was the town clerk. I think I might have asked the town clerk too. And and they were like, that adds up. You got to
Yep.
get them printed. That costs money. Then 40 cents per postcard to 8,000 whatever voters. And
Bulk mailing's cheaper.
well, that's what I thought. They said
They are
40
cheaper
cents.
because I used to work for the post office.
Okay.
So they can go through.
Oh, that
bulk
explains
mailing. They can go through a bulk mailing where they pay for. You ever see the stamps that come in that say first class pre-sorted?
Yeah.
They pay for that as a bulk
Okay.
thing. So it's cheaper than the 40
Okay.
cents per.
Gotcha.
So
but even
So-
even if cutting it in half, right? 20 cents times 8,300, whatever that number is, plus the printing of 8,300. You're talking about budgets, and then you're spending all this money just to send
So-
out a mailer that I think majority of people
So-
are going to get it.
bulk mailers, they can.
That's like
actually
$1,600
design
bucks.
It's all part of
They
the
do it all the
package,
same.
so they wouldn't have to pay for printing separately from
Gotcha.
that.
Okay, so
They
it's
will
all one
actually
big.
do like a postcard for that.
So
Okay, good to know.
I don't know what the state statute says about, communicating votes, but I'm sure that's way over, what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, all they have to do is put the legal notice. in the
They have to
paper,
put in a
which
notice in the
kills
paper,
me.
which nobody really looks at
Yeah.
papers anymore,
Newspaper.
but they do. I think they put it on the website, and I think
It was
they,
on the website.
and I think we've been doing it on the show. You've been doing it all over
Mhm.
social media,
Yep.
and other people have been doing it on social media.
Yeah, I know Lori Sorter's been putting it all over the borough page. Like I
Right.
said, DTC, RTC's been posting it everywhere. Senior Center's been
what
posting
about
it.
more yard signs, like he said, but out further?
That's what people were saying, was that they didn't see out
Yeah.
in back, in
The only
Griswold,
place that
they
I've
didn't
seen
see
it out
them.
outside of here, the borough or the town immediate, is out by the town garage. That's a town building.
Yeah, and I'm not
Griswold
sure they
does
were
have
there.
like a lot of
Space.
space.
there's-
Like
mhm.
it's like spread out quite a bit.
Yeah, and
Yep.
So-
and someone had mentioned to me a couple days ago too. They said the perfect spot would be near the highways,
Yes.
because anybody that lives out in Griswold, most likely they're going to the highway.
To get
So
anywhere.
to
Yeah.
go to wherever that is they're going.
Okay.
Now, most people that live out in Griswold, they're not coming into Jewett City. There's no, why would they need to come through Jewett City unless they're going to the post office or town
Yeah.
hall, or maybe to the diners or something. But typically, if they're going anywhere,
They
they're going to
get
get on
on
the
the highway.
highway,
Yeah.
and they're going to go up
Yeah.
to Plainfield or down to Lisbon.
Well, the other places is, I don't know, you could have, I don't know if they did anything with the school sign,
They
the
did.
electronic sign, put
Yep,
something out there.
they
Then
did.
there's the Griswold Fire Department electronic sign.
I don't know if they
They
had
could
it
have put
on there.
something
I
on
think they
that.
may have, but I'm not positive.
I know there's been talk about getting an electronic sign out in front of the town hall. So,
Mhm.
well, not a lot of people go up and down the road and see that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? When I was out there in front of the town hall doing the primary thing, I
Yeah.
couldn't believe the amount of traffic going up and down that
So
road
what I
all
think-
day long.
What I think they should do is, I definitely think they should have one at town hall. But I think another good place, like you said, would be the town garage. Put a
Yeah.
electronic sign at the town garage.
Yeah.
On 138. I
Yeah,
mean,
they could
and
post.
that
They could post
catches a lot
things
of people
like
out there.
the hours they're open for further
Mm-hmm.
Just
waste.
How big is Griswold in general?
like mileage wise.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
I know the borough is 1 square mile.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Besides the borough.
Yeah, I don't know what it
Mighty
is.
borough.
It's-
Because
it's
the
per-
borough's just
like you
a
said, though, it
mighty
is
section.
it is spread out.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Because it goes Route 12, 138 is 160.
201.
Yeah, 201.
201.
Yep. 164.
165.
Is part of it. Yep.
Piece of it.
And it goes into 165.
So that goes
Yeah.
into Voluntown right there.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
It's,
And I can
it's-
tell you, I was at the town tavern. I came this way into Jewett City. So I came down, 164 to
Mhm.
201.
Yep.
I didn't see
See
any
anything,
voting
yeah.
signs for you guys out
No.
there.
And you know what else I was just thinking too? If it's at the town garage, if they put some kind of electronic sign there, people going to the not the I hate the word dump, but the transfer station.
transfer station.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, there are a
Yep.
lot of people that go there.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
on the Saturdays and Wednesdays and the hours that they're open. You know, they would see
Isn't
it
there
there.
a rod and gun club that you could put a sign on?
There's
for?
Yes,
there's
So-
yep, there is.
Yep.
There's Patchogue.
There's the Patchogue and there's
Yep.
the Griswold fishing game.
Mhm.
So that's two
Yeah,
of them that
yeah.
you know that people go there all the time
Yep.
because I know they just
Mhm.
had a big dinner and stuff
Yep.
up there. So
Yep.
Yep.
That's and I mean now that you're saying all that, probably be posting things at the French Club, post things at the VFW,
Yeah.
you know, the Polish Club,
I mean, just
Yeah.
a little yard
sorts
sign
of- right.
vote today.
Yep.
you
And the
know?
only problem, so the yard sign, from what I understood, because those cost money, you
Mhm.
know, it's just like the political signs, right?
Yeah.
When you get those, and they're not super expensive, but I think I wonder if we could make something that could be used year after year.
That's
like
why
where
if you
where
say
you put
vote today,
Right.
could be.
well, even,
Well, it's
even
almost like the
leading
food
up to
drive
it.
sign, the big plastic sign that they put out there
Yeah.
for the food drive
Yep.
thing. You just
Yeah.
stand it out there and
But I'm thinking even like putting up yard signs like maybe a week ahead of time so people know that it's coming. And I don't know, have like Velcro or something where you can put the date on every year, you know, so
Yeah.
you can change it every year to whatever the actual date is and put them up like maybe a few days ahead of time or, you know,
Yep.
the weekend ahead of time or I don't know, you know,
Or
just
you
get
can still
people-
do it generic that way. Like so for the town budget vote, you can put town budget vote next week.
Yeah.
right.
Put those signs out.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yep.
all right.
Something.
I want to get us a little on track here.
Sorry.
But anyway,
It's like a passionate
Rich said the
thing.
library had it on their sign out front, but
They
hardly
did.
anybody looks
They
at
did.
that, right? But
Well, the
and
people
then
coming off
Erica
of
says
138.
budget season is the same time every year.
Yep.
If they aren't paying attention to the meetings to make an informed choice, it is worth breaking your back to get them to. Is it
Mhm.
worth breaking your back to get them to vote? All you really can do is just try and get the communication out there a little bit better, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
But I thought we were doing it, and I don't know if the town hall got a bunch of signs out there. They probably had to want town hall.
Yeah.
And I don't know where else it was out there, but yeah, she's right. It's the same time every year, pretty much the same time
Yeah.
every year. But you know,
Yeah.
Anyway, is there anybody out there that would like to have a card? I've gotten no requests so far. None.
It ain't
Wow.
nothing, though.
Everyone's we're too busy talking
Yeah.
about we haven't had a show in 3 days, so everybody's like
Oh my word! I go away. You know, I've been fired like 12 times as the program director, and I go away, and Mike's away, and you know, and Rich works, and Kathy works. You know,
And
we're
they
the, we're the only
suggest-
ones that can do this setup or whatever.
the
So
energy is like really wacky.
you know,
out there
so
anyway.
it's
Right?
it's weird energy.
Okay.
Weird energy. Yeah.
And it was weird. Was it last week? Last week was a short week, right? Was it last week that was a short week because of Memorial Day? Whatever
Yes.
that week was, it was the longest short week. And everybody I talked to said the same thing.
Yeah.
It was bizarre how everybody felt the same way that it was, even though it was only a 4-day, you know, standard work week. It just felt
It's,
so long.
I was out walking yesterday and I said
it
to
was
my
tough
friend, I
working
was
that
like-
week.
I was like, oh my god, I'm like, it feels like I can't like this week it has to be done
Never-
already.
Yeah.
She goes, it's Wednesday. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yes.
Like,
It felt like it would never end.
Right. And it's so weird when everybody, like, there's a consensus and everybody
Yep.
feels that. It's really strange.
All right, so Peggy would like a card.
Peggy,
good on
Utah Peggy? It can't be
Peggy
Utah. It's not Peggy.
Lufkin.
I don't think that's Utah Peggy.
I don't think
No.
that's Utah Peggy.
No, because Utah Peggy, I think, is with
She's on the
Mike,
cruise.
right.
She's probably coming back
it don't
from the
matter.
cruise.
She could still be on their cruising.
That's true. That is
So-
true.
Popping out.
We're not going to let Kathy escape today without doing a couple cards, okay? She was getting into it last week.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
tell you that.
Yes.
So
You can go first, Joyce, if you got your card.
my
all
favorite
picked out.
card's the
I'm
Two of
waiting.
Cups, but we don't have that here today.
And I like the One of Swords.
Yeah, I like the one.
They do have
Was he holding a couple blue pills too while he was doing that?
They do have X-rated tarot. Like,
Yeah,
That's
I don't
funny.
think we need that.
I'll buy them.
We need to at least keep this PG-13.
just
Yeah.
for you and have
Oh,
you
just for
read
me?
them.
Oh, good. You might see the table rise off the floor. I don't know.
So, Peggy.
All right. So
That would bring some energy to the room, that's for sure.
I keep getting 2 cards. to keep
And
going.
Peggy said, "No, it is not."
No,
Peggy
it's
from
not.
Utah.
Nope.
Well, we figured that out because she's probably still
So
traveling
she
back.
got 2.
She got 2
Ooh.
cards.
She has the Empress and Death. So
Oof.
because they keep coming, so death means that something's coming to an end. So if there's a situation or anything that's going on with you, it is coming to an end, and not to worry, because you are going to flourish from it. So it shows that you do have everything in your power to start a new path, or a new not path, like a new adventure is what I like to say. Is that's what I'm getting, like a new adventure. Things are going to be like going down, like rolling forward the way that they should be. So something's coming to an end, and you definitely have some new beginnings coming into play.
It's definitely coming to an ending. I got the 6, and it says, the end of a challenging time. Things look up, and welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful end of a depression or an illness. And you're going to travel and relocation. You got travel and you might
Oh.
So that
relocate.
kind of weird. Her card goes right along with my 2 that kept popping out.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
Nice.
So tomorrow you're going to Hawaii. How's that? She says she's the original Peggy. I wouldn't know that,
The
Peggy.
original Peggy. Yes.
Mike probably would.
Mm-hmm.
And
funny.
I don't know. So tomorrow, I don't know if he's going to show up. Hopefully, he will communicate.
I think that's the. Wait a minute. What's tomorrow? Friday? No, Thursday. No, wait a minute. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday.
See, right? It's like, what are we on? Yeah.
I'm the one who flew in late, Kathy.
No,
Today
it's
is what?
It's the energy
Psychic
in general.
That's
Thursday.
right. Okay, it's Thursday. So tomorrow. Yeah, he's supposed to be back tomorrow. I just. This
You're
week,
hilarious.
This week has
It's
been
crazy, right?
insane.
Yeah.
Like between regular work and then all the
She's
after
got voters
stuff.
hangover right now. That's what
And
she's got.
It's like every week, every day this week, we've had meetings after work. Like I've left work and gone to town meet. Like there's just been, it's been an insane week. It's been
Like
a
you
lot.
said
I
earlier,
can't keep track.
Lisa.
Yep.
She's
What's
got
going
too
on.
much shit
Too much
going
shit
on.
going on. See,
Who doesn't?
You need to go on a little trip and
Yeah.
fly away.
No.
I do. I do.
The
Oh my
cherry
God.
can fly
You should-
away.
You should see
That's
her calendar
crazy.
alone.
This
And
was-
when you add
this is
her
Kathy's
husband's
card.
calendar on there,
And this is
It-
Kathy's
That's
card.
it looks like some
Crazy.
kind of secret decoder ring you got to figure out.
It says rewards that come from hard work, successfully balancing many priorities at once, determination and willpower, public recognition.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah,
So she
it's-
needs to take a
and-
little time.
So-
Little time to
If I could make a
Yeah.
spreadsheet, I'd make up the days of the week so she'd know where we're at. But anyway, yes, tomorrow's Friday,
Yeah. Minarski should be back.
and Mike should be back as long as he doesn't have problems traveling like I did yesterday. Because I ran when my plane flew in. There's a plane that flew in from Orlando, and they had some interesting stories why they were delayed. I guess they had an irate passenger because they were delayed because of weather or whatever,
Oh,
and they had to get her off the plane.
Oh my God.
So that took a while, and then he
People
finally
are
got up
nuts.
there. But
right.
They're just batshit crazy.
so if you're going to act like
Jesus.
a fool on an airplane these days,
You get
you know,
to
you're
So the guy
not
that
going to
was
be.
yelling at me to get off my cell phone. I was going to turn down 14 from 14A, or yeah, so Black Hill
Mhm.
in Central Village. There was cars coming this way from around the corner, so I couldn't turn. And he's yelling at me, "Turn already and get off your cell phone!" Blah, 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 blah. So I'm yelling. I'm like, I'm not even on my phone doing it. He's still screaming. So I said a few choice words. He's lucky I didn't follow him, but I remembered his truck and his plate number. So if I see him again, cool.
Mm.
You want to pull a card for that guy? No.
Yeah, he'll get the
Or,
That's what I was thinking.
here's the card. She's going to cover it with this finger. Yeah.
Oh, I was so mad, and I wasn't even on my cell
Yeah.
phone. I don't
Yeah.
touch my cell phone when I'm
I do
driving.
get a bit irate when I'm sitting at a red light and I'm 3 or 4 cars back or something like that, and then it turns green,
And they sit there.
and they sit there. And they sit there, and then they lift their head up, and they see it's green. Then they go, and then my car gets to the light, and it's turning
It's already
red.
turning up. Yeah.
And
it's
so
like-
they were probably on their cell phone.
They
But you could
That is
clearly
annoying.
see the cars coming around the corner. Like I would have got hit.
Hey, guess who just showed up? Mike Minarski.
Oh.
Clowns. He's calling us clowns.
Yeah, we're clowns.
Well, are you
Whatever.
showing up
He's
tomorrow
just
or
jealous
not?
We're having fun.
I've been called a hell of a lot worse. So
Yeah,
I'll
so
take
have
it.
By you too.
He's just jealous.
Not
we're
a
having
problem.
fun
I'll
So he
take
must be
clown all
sitting
day
at the
long.
airport with nothing better to do than to listen to us. So
Well, safe travels.
yeah, safe travels, Mike. I hope you have a better travel day than I did yesterday. He says he will be here.
See, told you.
So the program director will make sure that you have a couple people to talk to.
He'll be sleeping in the back.
Who else is coming in tomorrow?
Well,
There's
Paul
so
will,
many.
for sure.
That group chat has gotten a little out of control. The one that we have with all of us. Holy
The program
cow.
director
It's like
group
bing,
chat.
Bing, bing,
Oh, yeah.
bing, bing. And now
Oh,
you
yeah.
got Paul now. Paul's in there throwing in pictures, and I'm like, oh my God. It's just, they go round and round.
You guys did a wonderful drive. I think you meant job. I said so. Yeah, there you go, job. And then Peggy, who's not from Utah, who's the original Peggy, who's the Dave Matthews Peggy, is say, tell them, Mike.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Rich is doing tomorrow. I think Mr. Canova said he could do tomorrow.
I couldn't keep up. There were so
So-
many people that were like, I can do it. No, I can't, but I might, but maybe. I don't know.
You're okay.
I'm not, so
You're
we're good.
not.
Organized
You're
like you,
not
right?
coming in.
Yeah, that's all I wanted
Problem
to
is,
know.
I'm doing it with texts. I'm not doing
Yeah.
it with a spreadsheet.
On
If
the
I did it with a spreadsheet, she would get it like that.
I'd be like,
Right,
oh, okay,
so
I
on
got
the
it.
group text, you guys got to be a little more organized.
Yeah, let's pick a card from Mike. How's he going to travel today?
In there.
Right?
Let's pick a card from Mike. Let's see how he's going to travel today. If he's going to have a good day, or he's going to have a crappy day like I did yesterday.
All right, pull a card from Mike.
I mean, it can't be that bad of a day if I showed up in one piece, right? That's the big thing. Mike says he's in an Uber, so he's being driven somewhere.
Ooh.
So you have the Three of Swords from Mike. So
Uh-oh,
Is there
this
an
ought to
upside
be
down
good.
pineapple in there somewhere?
Yikes, this ought to
So-
be good.
no, so with the Three of Swords, it usually means like there's some things that are going on that he needs to make decisions about, but there's like usually so like does he want to come home? Does he want to stay there? Does he want to go somewhere else? That's kind of like the thing that's gonna happen.
So he's on a cruise. Who the hell wants to come
So-
home? Right? I'd want to
But
stay
it's
on
like
the
the
cruise.
passion, like not stay like on the cruise, but like a passion of work, play, and family. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's like right now he's got
Mhm.
that whole torn up work, play, and family, like what to do going on. And that's kind of like goes along with the card that I just did,
Really?
yeah.
This means this is a card that see the angel holding
Yep.
the
Behind. Yep.
cup behind.
Yep.
He's trying to give him the cup, and he's not sure whether he's going to take
Take
it.
it or not,
So
yeah.
what's the name of the card?
It's four.
It's four.
Oh, it's
four
just
cups.
Number 4 is
Yeah.
water.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's 4. It's water,
Cups.
and that's Camuel. Angel Camuel.
Okay.
That means Angel Camuel, the
Mhm.
sea. And then that's just a number.
It's just a number. It's
No, now Mike is saying, what about- Oh, Mike says Melissa and Cindy want a card. So let's pick
Oh.
a card for Melissa first.
I think it's so cool how
So
so
what do we got? A threesome going on there, Mike?
Come out the same.
You, Melissa, and Cindy?
Like you guys each
going
have
on?
cards that pop out randomly and they're the same. It's almost it gives me chills. It's weird.
You didn't listen to what I was saying.
No, I
So
wasn't.
That's
I
for
wasn't
Melissa
listening
and
to
Cindy.
you.
I assume he's got a threesome going on down there.
Oh
or something like that.
Jesus.
Okay, so we'll do Melissa first.
Oh, one popped out.
So Melissa got the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands, stand up for what you believe in, protect your own. You know, no one else is going to protect you but yourself for what you have and what you got. So you need to learn, like, I don't want to say learn, but need to like stand up for yourself.
That's interesting.
And protect everything that you are.
And this is a card that says you got to stand up for yourself, kind of.
Kinda.
Kind of.
That's a kinda card.
It's a kind of card. It's the Queen
The
of
Queen.
Swords.
Queen of
And
Swords.
she
Yeah,
says,
there you go.
brilliant, experienced, and humorous judgment, releasing situations of people that no longer serve you, seeing the humor in difficult situations, focusing on your career, divorce, or unmarried individuals. But if you look at it, it means the same thing that
Yep.
she just said.
Stand up for yourself.
Yeah, stick to your guns, stand up for
And
yourself.
who's the other one?
And the other one is Cindy.
Cindy.
Did you get that, Mike and Melissa?
So Cindy.
Here comes Cindy's card. Oh, there's 2, 3, 4, 10 of them popped out.
Jeez.
Oh my God, we're gonna be here all day reading these.
No. Come on, guys. Oops. Come on.
This is the King of Earth.
Oh,
The King of what?
Earth.
Earth.
I haven't seen that one yet.
King of Earth.
Loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive, and planned carefully before taking action, but then get going. Pay attention to details, wait for the perfect timing. A guardian angel or someone watches over you.
Oh,
So somebody's going to be watching over you.
interesting.
The 6 of Wands. Basically, it says that there's a celebration coming up, or like carefree energy, very loving, like something being renewed. So, I don't know if she was there on like the trip with her significant other as well, but like there's a renewed passion in her life.
All right. Well, that's
So that's for
that's what I
Cindy.
said. Upside down pineapples. Can
Yeah.
bring a lot of joy.
So yeah,
Yeah, I wonder how much blue pills get used on that cruise. So I know they had a few left over for me, but that's okay.
They bring
So did you get that, Cindy? Renewed passion.
renewed passion.
Mhm.
So hope that's good news. All right. We have anybody else out there? We're winding down here. It is 9:59. Where's the
Oh
bells?
my God.
Did you hear the
They're-
bells?
I hear
They
'em.
went quick.
Yeah. Wow, that did go quick. I didn't think we spent that much time talking about all the other stuff, but I guess we did.
Yeah, we spent about
Jeez.
15 minutes on pulling cards and
Yeah.
Wow.
40 minutes talking about motorcycle riders and town budgets
Mhm.
and,
Yep.
you
And
Wow.
people's crazy energy.
Yeah.
know, crazy energy.
Mhm.
Angry. Like angry people.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep.
So what do we got coming up here? We got
I can't even remember what day it is. So
this is the 6th D-Day. Oh, geez.
It's
Shame on me being a Navy veteran. D-Day today. Think about
Yep,
servicemen
it's a
and
new
all
moon
the people who died that day to invade France, take back Europe.
That was
and
June
all that.
6th.
June 6th, 80 years ago.
Ooh.
Oh.
My granddaughter just turns 8 today.
Yeah.
Aw.
So we had a bunch of dignitaries, I guess, going over to France, I guess, to acknowledge the 80th anniversary of today.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So Peggy says thank you again.
You're welcome.
Mike said he got it.
Tarot cards.
And
I'm looking to see if there's other national holidays
Angel
today.
It's a full moon today.
Yeah.
New moon.
A full
moon.
Oh,
New
new
moon.
moon?
New moon
So what does
means
that mean?
New beginnings.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yep. New moon in Gemini. So
Nice.
if you're a Gemini, it's supposed to be very powerful for you to start off fresh.
Oh,
So
Me.
Nice.
yeah, that's my son. Yep.
So it is
today-
June. So congratulations to a lot of the people that are moving up in school. I mean, you got graduations going
yeah.
on, a lot of celebrations. You got college graduations, probably already
Those
done.
are probably those are I think mostly done.
You know what I did? I put congratulations on your graduation on my page. Didn't put who it was for.
Just it covers everything.
So-
it covers
Just
everybody.
it's
Yeah.
all of it.
So my son
a
and a bunch of
blanket.
his friends went, to who? To who?
To whoever
everybody.
to whoever it applies to.
Yep. Doesn't necessarily have to be the.
I said, to my great nephew.
So in addition to D-Day that is on here, it's also National Eyewear Day. I don't know who comes up with these. Higher Education Day, National Applesauce Cake Day.
Let me ask you something.
What's an
Kathy.
applesauce cake?
Kathy, do you have different pairs of glasses to
I
match
do.
your clothes?
No,
And your purse?
No.
And your shoes?
I do not.
No.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
So you
I don't.
Okay, so you're not that
don't
nuts.
don't even. But to put that idea in my head is probably not good.
Now she's gonna come
I
in.
know.
and
I know.
she's
I'm
gonna
gonna,
be color coordinated. Everything.
I'm going to say those glasses clash the shirt. You know,
do
it don't
they?
really matter.
Yeah. National Drive-In Movie Day. I think the
Hmm.
closest drive-in's Mansfield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know there's one in Smithfield, Rhode Island. I don't know how many others there are.
No,
They're a dying breed, but
The
but
one in, the one in Smithfield used to have
on 146.
nostalgic. Now you're getting
Oh,
nostalgic.
really?
X-rated.
Oh, really?
Well, I used to have one out in
Oh,
Groton
yeah.
that was like that too. The one in
Oh.
Groton used to have.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was in the Navy down
Drive-ins?
there at the time. Oh yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
we used to hear the
They just have
stories
it up on a
of the,
big
of the
screen
young kids
outside?
hiding behind the bushes watching
Yeah.
those.
Oh my god, that's
Oh,
They
funny.
had X-rated
That's
movies for
funny.
about maybe 5 years.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
Yeah, big
That's,
screen.
That's weird. Okay.
Then they change it back to regular.
Yeah. National Gardening Exercise Day.
Mm.
Whatever gardening exercise. I don't know.
Uh,
And National Yo-Yo Day.
There's a lot of
There
yo-yos.
was,
a
yeah.
lot of yo-yos around.
I don't know who comes up with these. I almost want to
I
like
don't know.
submit like some wacky day just to see if I can get it approved and become a national holiday just for the hell of it. We should come up with one.
Is
and
there
try
a
to
national
submit-
Right?
spreadsheet day?
Oh, there could be a national
Yeah,
spreadsheet
There you
day.
go.
Yeah, there you
Could
go.
totally
Yeah.
do that.
Parties at Kathy's house.
We'll have a big celebration.
Oh God!
That's
Put signs
funny.
out front. Spreadsheet day.
Oh my god. I don't
She
know what
would
an
be in
apple
her
You'll
sauce
probably
Sorry.
have more people show
I
up.
know.
That and vote for the budget.
Budget.
Yeah. Oh my
So
word.
applesauce cake. I think
Yeah.
they substitute, isn't it, the
The
oil, for
applesauce.
applesauce?
Is
I
that
think
what an
that's what it
applesauce cake
is.
is? Okay. All right. Oh,
I know it's good. I had it.
Oh,
a
it's
couple of times. My aunt
Russian-
used to make it.
Russian Language Day.
Yeah.
National Caves and Karst Day.
Oh, I don't-
Karst.
I don't even bother
I don't know what that
anymore.
is. What's a karst? Must have something to do with caves. I don't know. It says National
I-
Caves and Karst Day
Couldn't tell you.
and World Green Roof Day. I don't know if that's the color green or the
Moss.
The moss growing on the roof.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, or is it like solar panel type of green? I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't seen too many green solar panels.
That's I it just yeah. I don't know.
There's some weird stuff out there.
Oh, it's National Barbecue Week.
Is it National
that-
Barbecue Week?
I'm not a
That I
huge
could
fan.
see.
I'm not a huge fan of barbecue. I like the smell of it, but I don't like the taste of barbecue.
Wait a minute. Who doesn't like the
barbecue.
taste of
I
barbecue?
don't like barbecue sauce. I don't,
Well, don't have to put
Well, you don't
barbecue
have to put
sauce on it.
sauce. I don't
You
put
just-
sauce
no.
on
you
it.
just
Well, isn't that
barbecue.
what barbecue is?
It's just
got
the
barbecue
smoky
sauce on
flavor of the meat, and
yeah, I do that, but I don't. I just
and
I
we
don't
also
like
grill
barbecue
vegetables
sauce.
and stuff like that. I don't
I
put barbecue
barbecue
sauce
out.
on vegetables.
I don't put barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't put it on everything.
Okay.
Only if people want it on there.
I don't know.
so.
When I think barbecue food, I think like just slathered in sauce. I don't like the sauce, but I like the smell of like all of it cooking and
Yeah.
all of that. But I'm not a.
I don't use barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Oh, it's National CPR and AED Awareness Week.
There you go.
Yep.
You
I
just
got
woke
my
Rich up.
CPR.
Yeah, I would say if you anyone that needs CPR out there,
AD,
I
CPR.
may have a contact for you
Yeah.
if you're looking for CPR
Well, he trained
training.
me again.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I
there you go.
haven't done it in years.
Oh, well,
Well,
I know someone who could show you. Who could?
because
Yep.
I was a CNA for 28
Oh yeah.
years.
Oh yeah. So you needed to know it. Yeah.
I needed to know it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So anyway, we don't have anybody else asking for any more cards.
Okay.
The bells are done ringing,
Yep.
even in my head. And
You're gonna go home and take a nap
no, I got to go home and get some more wood.
for your deck. It's raining out though, isn't it supposed to rain?
All day.
No, I'm just going to order it. They'll deliver it tomorrow.
Oh, you gotta order it. Oh, then
I'm not
take
going
a
to
nap.
order a bunch.
And then take a nap.
And then maybe I'll take a nap, or maybe I'll go to the gym.
Oh, you're good.
I haven't been to the gym since Sunday.
You're good.
Rachel says Carolina barbecue is not my favorite. The vinegar-based sauce is big.
That doesn't sound very good.
Big
Vinegar?
great? I don't know. But
They
anyway,
do
you
like
got another
Yeah.
fan that's not a huge barbecue fan.
Yeah. That's all right.
I'll tell you what, I'm not a big fan on July 4th weekend when it's like 95 degrees and humid and I'm standing in front of the grill grilling. But
So I don't mind the 95 and humid. I'm good with that. Just sitting there. I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to cook. I
you're-
love. The
I'm
heat.
not sitting there. I'm standing in front of a hot grill.
Yeah.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that, but
But
like
anyway,
the
I do it
heat.
because we have the family over and friends, and it's
And
it's
you have a
good time.
pool.
And that's another thing I got to work on. Thank you for bringing that
You're
up.
welcome. Yeah, I'm sure the grandkids kind of want
Like-
that done.
One of my granddaughters was in my pool quite a bit yesterday.
Really?
She got out of school.
Isn't it
Yeah.
the water's not cold? Or do you
It
have a
said
cover?
it was 80.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah, it said it
Wow.
was 80.
So
Well,
I
we
went
have
out to
had some warm
Seattle,
days.
and I was wearing my shorts and a polo shirt, and that I didn't realize how chilly it was going to be. It was like 55 degrees,
Still really out there?
but it's supposed to be warming up. I think today it's supposed to be 70 or something like that. It was
Mm.
warming up, but luckily I brought an overshirt with me that I ended up wearing. But when I left here, it was like 70s or something like that. It was warm.
Yeah.
So today, light rain, cloudy, showers in the afternoon, high of 74.
Yep.
For anyone interested in wanting to know what the weather is.
All right, everybody.
Somebody will be here to see everyone tomorrow.
It's going to be Mike and
Yeah.
Paul,
Okay.
and more likely Rich Canova. I'm not sure what Mr. Wozlick's doing tomorrow. I don't know if he's got a training class or not.
No, I think he said he was available, but he got fired for tomorrow.
He's
I
never
think-
fired.
I think that's what was in the I don't know. I couldn't keep up with all you guys. Text worse than a group of women. You guys are awful in that chat.
I send
There's like a group
Monday,
chat,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever, right? And I
Yeah,
say who's
he
going to be
says-
on.
and then all of a sudden,
And
everybody,
then
and I don't.
God
respond
knows
at
we
all.
love Mike.
Yeah.
Then he throws a freaking wrench into the works, and everybody's confused.
But-
So anyway,
But then
So
everyone
Mike's
starts.
world go
Oh
around.
my gosh, it's
But-
funny.
and then Paul sits on the sidelines watching all this, and he's probably thinking we're all a bunch of nuts.
Oh, he's starting to. He's
Yeah.
getting in there.
Yep.
But
So
yeah,
anyway,
it's worse than a bunch of women.
we will have at least 3 people, maybe 4, maybe 2 Riches, a Mike, and a Paul. But and maybe this idiot will show up for a few laughs. But there's a lot to talk about tomorrow. Probably get more in depth on the vote. And I'd also like to, pull Paul's chain a little bit. Why the EDC canceled their monthly meeting again? Because I saw that notice while I was waiting in the airport
Yeah.
yesterday. So there's something going on around there. So Paul, get ready. All right, this is it. We're wrapping up. Have a good day. Be safe out there, especially you motorcycle riders.
Have a good
Have
one,
a
guys.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Take it easy. Bye.